And from this angle, which is directly, our house is on a cul-de-sac, so water is all around us, but this is the direct canal that's right behind us, and you can see the waves are just raging as if we're at sea. Visibility is very low, and the waves are just like on the ocean. Now I'm on the other side of the house. Our garage door has already come off and it's floating in this very high water. This is very deep water, which would be about 8 feet right now. And I'm heading over to the other window. We just pray that we can come out of this. Once we come out of it with our lives, we're happy. Have lost a lot of material goods, but that's life.
Right now, we are seeing this catastrophic damage from the Bahamas. Hurricane Dorian still there. At least one death reported, just a child. And our own Janice Fernandez was there in the Bahamas when Dorian made landfall.
We're so glad to report that she is okay, along with her photographer, Brian Eli. We checked in with them. We got to speak to them, and they are doing just fine. We're waiting for another contact with them, though, and of course, ultimately, to get some video coming out of Marsh Harbor. Amy Viteri is in the newsroom with a look at Janice's journey in the storm.
Well, JC, as for so many people riding out the storm throughout the Bahamas, our own crew was forced to take shelter, and we did lose contact with them for several hours after the eye of the hurricane passed through. And we want to take you to some live pictures right now. This is near Baintown in Freeport, Bahamas. You can just see the pounding they are getting from those heavy rains and winds, and you can see the flooding, already a major issue there. And we also want to show you video right now of Bahamas TV. This is CNS Network. They are, of course, in extended hurricane coverage, and you can see some of the images of the flooding there. Look how high that water is coming, nearly up to the roof of that home, and Dorian is not finished.
That's the water hitting my front room window, which is extremely high.
Videos of the devastation throughout the Bahamas pouring in as Hurricane Dorian overwhelms several islands. In Grand Bahama, water lapping the windows and flooding a home well above sea level.
That's my bedroom, and the waves hitting there, that is over 15 feet from the ground.
In Freeport, waves of water inundate a house's lower floor, carrying floating furniture and debris with it. And conditions even worse outside, as several cars in Freeport are nearly submerged in the high waters. On the Abaco Islands, the damage is devastating. Local 10's Janice Fernandez rode out the storm with photographer Brian Eli in Marsh Harbor. We lost contact with our crew late Sunday afternoon, but finally got word Monday morning.
Shutters, aluminum shutters, were at this hotel and they blew off the windows.
Janice and Brian both unharmed, but say the fury of the Cat 5 storm is a sobering reminder. Always be prepared.
I pray that a storm like this never hits South Florida, because if it does, and you hear us on the television telling you not only to prepare but to evacuate, you need to do it. Trust me when I tell you, you do not want to experience a storm like this. It was terrifying.
Local news broadcasts in the Bahamas focusing on those still unaccounted for as families try not only to survive Dorian's onslaught, but find loved ones left with no way to communicate.
I'm trying to get a message. If my daughter can hear me or anybody can hear this, I'm trying to locate my daughter, Lisa Bain, and her son. I haven't heard from them from yesterday morning, and everybody is concerned. All our siblings are concerned, and they're calling me and trying to find out if I hear anything.
So just such a struggle right now for people trying to get their bearings in the Bahamas. And again, take a look at this video that we showed you of furniture floating on the first floor of a home, and you can actually see waves there on the interior of that home. So the devastation continues there. And we do want to take you back to those live pictures that we were showing you before from Freeport. Again, those conditions relentless as the wind and the rain and that flooding continue to pound this area you're looking at near Baintown in Freeport, Bahamas. And we are still getting new images coming into our newsroom as damage continues occurring throughout the Bahamas, throughout those islands. We are monitoring all of those videos, and we will bring you new information as soon as we get it. But for now, just heartbreaking to see the devastation there. JC and Eric.
Never seen anyone look green. No. I never seen nothing like this before.
Live right now in Abaco, U.S. Coast Guard. Park to pick up critically injured people here in Abaco. Further, there's mass casualties. I understand, not confirmed, but I heard that's what I heard. A number of people floating in the water.
From this part of the corridor, we'll go back, that's just pure water. Pure water. Wow.
And higher. Oh, I think I saw a dolphin. I thought I saw a dolphin. Look at that. Look at that. Ocean.
Well guys, Regency North, that's my back door, 3 inches before the water get in it. That was my cars, I guess they done all gone now. That's the neighbors them. Up against. Security stuff, and now we get floating debris. See how this come from? Almost 3 miles away.
Yeah. Flooding everything now. That's Ken Muller's yard over there. That's the top of the white truck, car, vehicle. I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it from on my point. It's bad.
Water. That's the water hitting my front room window, which is extremely high. Of course, I'm already completely flooded out. That's my kitchen window that water is hitting, and that has to be a minimum of about 20 feet off the ground. And this is the water by my back door and glass that came from the canal. That height has to be about 20 to 25 feet above sea level. So this is what I'm facing at the moment. And I have neighbors that are in a far worse position than me and my family. That's my bedroom. And the waves hitting there, that is over 15 feet from the ground.